Ivan LaCroix, I have never seen so many bird bombs in my life.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. Today we're going to show you how to deal with bird bombs. Normally, we get one or two in a car, not a whole fleet of birds going over and doing this. Actually, this parks under a tree every day. They have no choice to park there, unfortunately, and this is what happens to it.
There are dozens of bird bombs on your vehicle, and we're going to show you a process by which you can address bird bombs on your paint.
Right. The first step, very easy. We're actually going to use our waterless wash as a pre-treatment. It has a lot of emulsifiers in it and lubrication to start breaking that down and get it so that it's going to lift it off the paint safely, because these are very abrasive. They're very caustic. The uric acid obviously in there. The feces is caustic. It's a really odd mix that you don't want on your vehicle, and you definitely don't want it sitting for a long time.
Couple things about bird bombs. Address them as quickly as you can. If you have a ceramic coated vehicle, the waterless wash will actually be a spray on and wipe off. Now it could be here, we haven't even tested this, that once we get rid of the bird bombs, there's gonna be something left over that we may need to address, but for now we're just gonna address what we can and work from there.
Right, so we'll bring a camera in closer here and you'll see when I'm spraying it on, it actually starts working immediately.
So Ivan, why use something like waterless wash versus all clean, ready to use, diluted in the 16-ounce bottle, 15-to-1?
Better lubrication in this case. Since we are going to be doing a contact wash on this, the waterless wash gives you a little extra lubrication, a little extra safety to get that off.
And it smells good too.
That it does. Blueberry goodness. And we're not in direct sunlight, so we're going to let these sit for a good 5 or 10 minutes.
And if it dries on the paint on us,
not a problem.
Is that okay? With the waterless wash, it's fine.
Yeah. And yeah, the back end is covered as well.
There's dozens of these.
Yeah. The birds really don't like this vehicle.
Or they really do like this vehicle.
Yeah, one or the other, but. Now after this, we would normally use a foam cannon with the pressure washer. We don't have that in our new shop yet. So what we are going to be using is a foamer on a garden hose. And a foamer versus a foam cannon, the two very different things, but the foamer doesn't give us the luxurious foam that we're used to, but nonetheless, it will get the incredible suds on the surface working for us and breaking down even more.
The foamer is something that may have come with a pressure washer you bought, or it's a cheap one from your local hardware store. Again, it attaches to your garden hose. Not ideal for foam, but for a lot of you out there, it's gonna be your first foray into foaming a soap onto car paint, right? Because it's the lowest budget option. It certainly was for me. I did a couple washes with my foamer and realized, what else is out there? You know, I was curious. I'm like, this is nice, but what can I get? But again, we're in this new shop that's under construction, you could say. We're renovating it, and we're trying to do as basic of videos as we can without anything fancy, because we know that's how a lot of you out there are washing your cars.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna respray these once just to make sure they're.
Oh yeah, just spraying this one, chunks started to move down the paint already.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's working.
Now, if your vehicle is as bombed as this one is, and you're working in direct sunlight, do a small section at a time. But in our case, we're in the shop here, we're gonna let this dwell. We'll come back in a few minutes, and then from there, we'll be good to go.
Ivan, this crap has been dwelling.
Exactly, and now it's time to foam. Now we're doing a back to basics series. That's why we're using this. And we don't have a trigger for it. It's the way it came. So we're just turning the water on and off.
Incredible suds in your foamer, what would you call that?
In the foamer, yeah. Incredible suds in the foamer. A little heavier dilution than we're used to. They actually have a line on here that says soap. I just went half of that distance.
Ready?
Yeah, ready when you are.
Let's go. Now, Ivan, the test.
Right, we've pre-treated. We're letting the foam, what little of it we have, dwell on there for a few seconds. We don't want it to dry on the surface, and since we have a very thin foam, it is gonna dry faster. And now we're gonna hose it off. So we're seeing a lot of the chunks coming off, but we still have a base there. And this vehicle has had these sitting on there for a little while. And even with the turbo nozzle, gets a little more off, but not much. Now, the real important thing you need to know about bird bombs is get them off of your paint as soon as you can. So it's taking a lot of the chunks out of the bird dropping, but the stains are still there.
Once we do our contact wash, they're gonna come off.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
Because I'm watching them even drop now. Ivan, even with this method, we can do the foam rinse foam.
Right, exactly. Takes a little longer, a little more involved, but it can be done.
Where we foam the vehicle, we rinse it down, then we foam it again for that extra lubrication when we actually do our contact wash.
Here you go, Nick. Have fun.
Oh, I get the pleasure of the Incredible Suds foam bath.
Ready?
Yep. Well, it just runs down the paint, doesn't it?
Yeah, Nick, I'm not gonna put any Incredible Suds in the bucket. You have enough in there. Just when you're ready, aim that at the bucket.
Okay, great. How about that for efficient, huh? It's ready whenever. You can shut it off.
We're gonna let the Incredible Suds dwell just a little bit longer.
Ivan, the bird droppings are ready for you.
They're ready. I'm gonna start with the roof. We have 2 wash mitts in here.
Oh man, thank you. Are you ready?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. They just disappear. And I'm not putting any pressure. If I see one that isn't going away right away, just give it a few extra passes.
Yeah, no pressure whatsoever.
No pressure at all. And it's almost like our decon towel, where if you just give it a few passes, it'll go away. I'm gonna give it a fresh side, just for fun. Do you know what I'm saying though? I'm just giving it the agitation step with no pressure.
Right. Same here. I've got 3 that came off very easily on the hood and 1 that's just being a little more stubborn. I've already flipped my mitt once, so back to the bucket it goes. And I'm using the walls on the side here just to give it a little additional scrub because of the let's say potential grit from the bird droppings.
That panel is completely clear, Ivan. Should we take a look at this one right here? Get ready to say goodbye. Ha 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 ha. That is so satisfying. Just triple checking, it's all gone. Woo!
Yeah, so a little bit of pre-spraying goes a long way.
A long way. I guess you'd want to flip your mitt more often though, right? Like you said, there is literally poo in your mitt.
Right, so flip and dunk.
Yeah, it'd be real tempting to want to just use a lot of pressure and not let the chemical dwell time work in your favor for something like this.
Exactly.
But you're one to work efficiently versus a lot harder.
Exactly.
When it's not necessary, why work harder?
Let the chemicals and the tools do the work for you. That's what you bought them for, that's what you paid for, and that's what you should be getting from them.
Now it's time for some satisfying car wash B-roll here, folks. This is the bird dropping emulsified here on the hood. You can see that there. Boom, that first pass, it's not all gone. So I'm just gonna give it a few extra passes with no pressure, and you can see how that works. It's the exact same principle as with our decontamination towel. No pressure, a few extra passes, let the chemicals, let the wash media, let all this work in your favor. Don't do the work yourself. This doesn't feel like work. And then I'm just gonna re-dunk often because I know I have a lot of stuff in these fibers. And then right here on the mirror, I think it's time to say goodbye. Ivan, why is this so amazingly satisfying to me?
Because we've taken something that is disgusting and we're making it look really good. We had, first of all, a lot of them. But secondly, just seeing a clean car is satisfying for us. And for most people.
Yeah, you know the owner's gonna be excited about it, right?
Right.
It's something they can see. You tell them their car's ceramic coated, eventually they'll see the gloss and the water beading and the ease of clean. But they know the difference between, hey, my car is full of bird poop, and it's not.
Right.
We got so excited, Ivan, about the bird droppings, we forgot to do the wheels.
Yes, we did. So
We didn't forget. This is our IK foamer with all clean in there, diluted 15:1, and then just a half an ounce of incredible suds. Just for that extra dwell time, that cling.
for all the bird droppings that were on this car, these wheels are remarkably clean.
Now, Ivan, one thing you could do, if you felt unsatisfied with these results,
Right.
this is the kind of vehicle that, as neglected as it was, probably could use the decontamination towel.
It could have, and in this case, it's not in our mandate to do that today.
No, but if you feel like, hey, I see like 5% of those bird droppings left on the paint, maybe there's a chunk here or there, that's where that decon towel would shave every last bit away, but I really don't see it. I just know that there are certain jobs or certain times where you want to clean that paint even a deeper level. That's a possibility as well. You could use Incredible Suds as your lubrication or iron remover. You wouldn't be going after the bird droppings with the iron remover, but it's a nice lubrication. You would be going after decontamination, and you'd get whatever might be left with that process.
Nick, since we already have the beautiful fragrance of blueberries in the room, might as well use our waterless wash as a drying aid. Yes, that's another use for the waterless wash. Great drying aid, leaves a bit of ceramic behind, not as much as ceramic gloss or quick beads, but leaves a little bit of protection behind, and smells really wonderful.
It smells like a blueberry farm in here already, Ivan.
Yeah, so just one little spray on a panel or two, a glancing spray to get it on there, and you can start drying.
When would you want to use waterless wash as, let's say, your drying aid versus a ceramic gloss?
Just because you have it handy that day.
Which
And
is
if
not
you-
usually an Ivan answer, but I agree. It's sort of like when you want to.
Right, and if you don't have the ceramic gloss on hand, you don't have quick beads, this is a great alternative.
What's your favorite thing about our waterless wash, Ivan?
The chemistry behind it. So it's a very emulsifier-rich formula. It's going to break down the dirt and all that quite easily. And it's versatile. As we can see, we've used it on the bird droppings. You can actually use it to wash a car. Now, we actually don't recommend our waterless wash for washing a dirty car. It's not its purpose in life. It is not the best solution for that.
You also don't recommend it as a lubricant for our decontamination towel, do you?
No. Because of the emulsifiers, they actually are too aggressive for the decontamination towel. And in this case here, if we had a little remaining bird dropping somewhere that we happen to miss during the wash, it gives us just a little extra layer of safety.
You're always thinking of ways to save steps and do it safely, huh?
Exactly. You know, there's no reason washing your car should inflict damage to it.
Unless that's your goal.
Some people it seems to be, but they also have stickers in their windshield saying, I can go through the car wash anytime I want. Which is fine. You know, not everyone has the need or desire to have their car perfectly clean. It's not a priority for a lot of people. But if you're watching this channel, it's a good chance it's one of your priorities. And if you're watching this channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave us some comments below. We love answering your questions and comments.
And your support means the world. If you comment, if you subscribe, it helps us grow and it helps us continue to innovate and offer educational videos and products to help you have more fun, achieve the results you want, whether you're a do-it-yourselfer at home or a pro. Do R&D and develop innovative products as well.
Exactly.
Like waterless wash, which may sound like it has existed for a while, but we took our time to release this one.
Exactly. So there you go, Nick. Brought the ladder over for you.
Oh, thank you, sir. And I could have easily seen just all-purpose cleaner and just heavy chemicals to try to go after these droppings, but this method worked great.
Yeah, there's no need for harsh chemicals in a lot of situations. A lot of people automatically start with the harshest chemical they have to attack something, when in reality it's not necessary. These wheels were so clean, we could have simply used Incredible Suds.
Yeah.
But since we'd let it go a little too long, it was actually a lot easier for us to foam on the all clean than it was to reattach the foamer to the hose, etc. Little tip for you as well. If you have red towels that are brand new, launder them separately. They are going to leach. Red dye is an incredible thing. It looks great, but it is going to leach in that first wash. So be careful. If you have brand new red towels, wash them separately.
Another thing you might want to consider, if you've had these bird droppings sitting on your paint for a long time, they may have etched into the clear coat, at which point a light polish would be your next step if you're really trying to see, can I remove what this looks like? Because the brown's gone, but there's some spots on this paint where there's the marking, the etching left behind.
They've sat there too long and they're literally etched into the paint. And that etching is basically, you know, the paint is actually gone in that area because of the acidic and caustic nature of the bird droppings. But if you have any questions about bird droppings, how to keep your car clean, ask them below. We love answering your questions. And there's another video they might want to see.
Yeah, if you're interested in polishing your paint, Polishing 101, a video where we explain how it all works and where to start.